Here we have the Cambo Actus GFX camera system. As you can see, it's connected to the tripod through the Swiss Arca mount system. The GFX body connects onto the back onto the rear mount unit, which I'll just marry up. And you can shoot either landscape or you can rotate to shoot vertical just by moving the lever at the side. So just by pressing that, you can then twist the camera round and shoot landscape or horizontal or vertical. The next component is to attach the lens. So if we just slide the rail out a little bit, and the lens is locked in place by a lever on this side. It's mounted in a Copal Zero mount. A lot of photographers will be familiar with Copal Zero. There's also a Copal 1, and sometimes there are other Copal fittings available. If you want some specific Copal mount, then contact Cambo and they'll tell you whether they can mount your particular lens in these mounts and whether it will actually focus with the camera you're using. So you simply slot it into place and lock. And then we have the bellows. The bellows is quite cool, it's magnetic. There's a pin locator here. There's a pin locator at the top of the lens. Simply slot that onto the top, pull the camera forward a little bit and just magnet that onto the camera unit. Now we're ready to go. But the movements here at the front, we've got tilt up and down. We've got tilt between the markings here and between 10 either side, and you've got 10 degrees of swing either side as well. Rise and fall is on the back, so we can rise and fall the camera here. And just swing the camera around a little bit, you can see the rise and fall a bit more effective. And there are click stops at each of these movements, so between every 5 degrees or 5 millimeters, whether you're using the swing or the rise and fall, you'll feel the clicks. You also got shift on the rear for the stitching, and you've got your focus control. Now when you're using the focus control, the first thing to remember is to set your focus point or your infinity point. So you have got a scale on this side. To set the infinity point, you simply move this forward to infinity, lock it off, then move the whole of the camera at the back to find your infinity point, which will be indicated on the back of the screen. That will give the sharpest point at infinity. Once you lock that off on the knob on the other side, you can then use this as your focus scale. So that now is your focus scale, as you would find on a normal DSLR type lens. So it's quite simple to do. It takes a little bit of practice, but once you've mastered that, it's quite an easy thing to use. Right, the important things to do is, first of all, zero everything. So we've actually got the tilt or swing or shift on. We've set the infinity point on the camera. Now it's going to pull the focus, and as you pull the focus, you can see there's a really good peaking effect. And the peaking is maximum as we just pull it back. So it's maximum peaking now. We're ready to fire using the electronic shutter in the camera. ISO setting is 100. Okay, now that we've maximised the focus, we need to now shift. So if we turn the camera to the right, it's going to bring in the scene to the left. I'm actually quite impressed. This lens is given a maximum image circle, and we're over 20 millimeters, probably about the 23 millimeters shift to the right. We've already taken some shots already, but I'm going to maximise over to the left, taking the shots to the right there. And again, it's right about 23 millimeters, so we'll stitch those together. We've obviously used rise and fall as well, so we can, once we lock that into place, we can then rise to bring in the footpath at the bottom, and then we can fall on the camera as well to bring in the sky. Not a lot in the sky, we'll have to just play around with that inside Photoshop. But we've also stitched over to the left and right using the rise and fall as well. So we've got 9 images to stitch, and we'll compress those and send those and put them up online